Hi. The story I'm going to read to you today is called Weird Sea Creatures. And look at these pictures. Look at the teeth. I know you probably have never seen fish like that before unless you were in the aquarium. So this book is going to talk about fish that we don't see in our waters, that we can see in books, we can see in movies, we can see in aquariums. Very fun. Weird Sea Creatures by Laura Marsh. And this is a chapter book, which means that it's a nonfiction book and all of the information in this book is true. Many strange sea creatures live in the ocean. Some are beautiful. Some are ugly. Some are cute and some are scary. Weird sea creatures are strange for a reason. The funny way they look and the strange things they do help them live in the ocean. Here's a couple divers snorkeling in shallow water by a coral reef. Some sea animals live in the shallow ocean waters. Some live in the deep ocean. The ocean can be a hard place to live. Deep areas are cold and dark. It can be hard to find food. And the ocean can be dangerous. There are many predators. Any animal can quickly become dinner for another animal. Predator is an animal that hunts and eats other animals. Some creatures have special skills that help them find food. They also have strange body parts that can help them hide and stay safe from other animals. How weird are these sea creatures? Let's find out. Here I'm going to show you a picture of a Dumbo octopus. He finds food on the ocean floor with its very large eyes. Take a look at the Dumbo octopus. You see where his eye is. A leafy sea dragon blends in with the seaweed all around it. And a moray eel's sharp teeth can catch prey. Look at those two. Camouflage helps animals hide from their enemies. Looking strange helps them blend into the plants or water around them. Camouflage also helps animals catch dinner. Do you see the stonefish in the picture? Most fish don't because it looks like a rock or coral. When they swim too close, the stonefish springs from the ocean floor. It grabs dinner in a flash. Camouflage is an animal's natural color or form that blends in with what's around it. And look at this. Look at that. That fish looks like camouflage itself. The deep ocean gets very little light. Many animals that live there have large eyes. Big eyes help creatures see in the darkness and find prey. Prey is an animal that is eaten by another animal. This viper fish used its big eyes to spot a hatchet fish. Dinner time. The hatchet fish uses its own large eyes to find tiny shrimp to eat in the dark sea. Many creatures in the deep, dark sea have a special trick. They make their own light. This is called bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is light that an animal makes all by itself. Look at the comb jellyfish. See how its bioluminescence lights up? Some sea creatures use their own light as a flashlight to find prey. Light can draw prey toward an animal too, and light can surprise enemies so an animal can make a quick escape. The black dragonfish has funny patches that glow in many places on its body. Look at that. All of these amazing sea creatures could be something that you might be interested in doing a little bit more studying about. Expert food finders. Some animals have wacky body parts that help them catch meals. The gulper eel has a super long tail. Prey comes closer for a better look. This eel's giant mouth opens wide. It can eat an animal bigger than it is. It can't be picky. In the deep sea, the eel must eat whatever it can find. Not a lot down there. Gotta eat what you can get and when you can get it. The tiny cooker cutter shark locks onto its prey with strange sucking lips. Its sharp teeth suck in. They leave a bite in the shape of a circle. Yep, see all these little bite marks on the side of the dolphin? Yep, that's what cookie cutter sharks do. Yep, they bite and make a circle, just like a cookie. An angelfish has its own fishing pole called a lure. The lure glows, and other fish want to know what it is. When they get close, the anglerfish eats them. You see that lure growing out of its head? Yep, that attracts the fish so we can eat. Oh, deadly dangers. Bumping into some sea creatures can be bad news. The yellow sea anemone looks like a pretty flower, but it has stinging parts that have deadly venom. When a fish is stung, its muscles stop working. Then the anemone can eat the fish. Venom is a liquid some animals make that can cause stinging, pain, or death. It's poison. And the animals make it to protect themselves. A box jellyfish is one of the most dangerous animals in the world. It has arms called tentacles that can grow up to 10 feet long. The tentacles deliver a painful, deadly sting. Look at the box jellyfish. This lionfish has crazy spiky fins. Excuse me, but you wouldn't want to touch them. The fins on its back are sharp and can sting you. And they are fins with venom. Remember, venom is the poison that animals can make to protect themselves. Strange senses. Some animals near the ocean floor don't even have eyes. They can't see their food, so they use other senses to find it. A sea cucumber can feel tiny pieces of food stuck to its 2 feet. It curls its feet in and then licks them clean. A hagfish has a super strong sense of smell and touch. It can smell food that has fallen from higher up in the ocean. It also uses feelers to find meals. Look at the sea cucumber. Yep, that's an animal that lives in the ocean. Doesn't swim like a fish, but lives in the ocean. How do we know about weird sea creatures in the deep ocean? Well, people can't dive deep to see those strange creatures. It's too cold and dark. and the water pressure is too strong enough to crush a person. But humans can use machines called submersibles to explore the deep ocean. Sometimes people control them from far away, like a remote-controlled car, and sometimes people ride inside. A submersible is an underwater craft used to explore and gather information. See? And that shows you how deep they can go. See? Very interesting. Submersibles collect information. They have lights and special tools. They take pictures and they gather plants, rocks, and animals. Scientists use submersibles to find the weird creatures shown here. And there are probably thousands more that have not been found yet. And I want to show you this picture because if you've ever read the book, The Pout-Pout Fish, the pout-pout fish is a blob fish, just like that. So one day I'll read you the pout-pout fish stories, and that's about a blob fish. Does he look like he's pouting? Yeah, he is. Sure does. These odd tube worms live on the bottom of the ocean. They can grow to be 8 feet tall. Those are called tube worms. Yep. So, stump your parents. Can your parents answer these questions about sea creatures? You might know more than they do. Bioluminescence is what? Machines that dive deep are called what? What features are common in deep sea animals? Animals that have venom are humans can scuba dive into the ocean because most humans can't scuba dive deep into the ocean because why? What is camouflage? And an animal that is eaten by another animal is called what? And these are all questions and choices of answers that you can play with your family to see if they know the answer to them after they read this story. Fun, fun, fun quiz. And here's some more. Here's some more answers to your questions. Bioluminescence, light that an animal makes by itself. Yep. Camouflage, an animal's natural color or form that blends in with what's around it. Predator, an animal that hunts and eats other animals. Prey, an animal that is eaten by another animal. Submersible, an underwater craft used to explore and gather information. Venom, a liquid some animals can make that can cause stinging, pain, or death. So there's our answers to the questions. So all you have to do is answer your questions. I hope you enjoyed our week's Weird Sea Creatures, and I will see you next time for another ocean story. Have a good day.